Welcome back, foodies. The holidays are upon us, and I'm just gonna get right to the point. That dirty 5-letter B word. And like anything in this life, there's always the good, the bad, and the ugly. But this holiday, you're gonna be able to leave behind all the years of underwhelming crust and bread that didn't rise as high as my hair did in the late 80s. It's true. Okay, that's enough. You can take that down now. Can we move on to the bread, please? I think they all get it. Thank you. Anyways, after today's episode, you're going to be able to whip up a loaf of bread that's not only gorgeous and delicious, but in the future, you're going to be the designated bread maker. So let's get started. Okay, foodies, step one of making easy artisanal style bread in your convection steam oven. You're certainly welcome to make whatever bread dough your heart desires. However, I just go to my local grocery store where shopping is a pleasure, and I buy their pizza dough that's already packaged. And this is it. This is the Parmesan style pizza dough. I just add a little bit of Everything Bagel to it. I let this sit on the counter and proof for about an hour or two, and then I'll show you the next step. Now, some of you foodies may not want to let your bread proof on the countertop, and that's okay. You're certainly welcome to do so in your convection steam oven. So for some of you, you have a bread proofing mode. So you would just go to more, you would come to auto steam bake, and then you would scroll over to proof. You want to make sure your bread is on position 2. And I definitely put it on the solid pan with a little piece of parchment paper, 90 degrees. And then you'll want to let your bread proof for about an hour or two. You'll just want to keep an eye on it, and when it starts to double in size, you'll know that you're right on track. Now again, to reemphasize, no matter what convection steam oven brand or generation you have, if you want to proof bread in your machine, you'll just set it to 90 degrees on steam mode only and let your bread proof for an hour to 2. You'll just keep an eye on it, and when the bread starts to double in size, you'll know that you're getting to where you need to be to bake your bread. Okay, foodies, our bread has finished proofing. It's doubled in size, and so it's ready to go into the convection steam oven. As you can see, I have scored the top of it into a cross. You just want to make sure you score the top of your bread. And for you artistic bread scorers out there, feel free to go wild, and if you don't mind, please post some pictures later under the comments. I would love to see what some of you are doing as far as scoring bread. I definitely have some learning to do in that arena. So we've got our bread dough loaded into the convection steam oven. You'll want to make sure that you've put your bread on the solid pan. I like to put a piece of parchment paper underneath to prevent any sticking. You're going to be on level 2. No need to place anything on level 1 today. So for baking bread, we are going to want to be on auto steam bake mode of your convection steam oven. And you want to take the temperature up to 440 degrees. You're going to set your timer for 20 minutes. Seems to be a real magical number for a lot of things in convection steam ovens. And your machine will beep when your fantastic artisanal bread is ready. Our bread is done. Let's open it up and see what's inside. That is a beautiful loaf of bread. Perfectly golden brown. Looks terrifically crispy and crusty. Yum. You'll definitely want to let your loaf of bread cool. I let mine cool for at least an hour, and I let it set right here inside of the convection steam oven. We are now ready to cut into this amazing looking loaf of bread. Enjoy! As you can see, a showpiece loaf of bread that's not only gorgeous, but delicious doesn't have to be tedious. I hope you've enjoyed today's culinary adventure, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. As always, thank you for watching. I'm Eva, the Steam Oven Diva.